Author Paul Feig has shed his Freaks and Geeks image and now is proudly calling himself a super stud. Ow! Find out what his secret is. Plus, a resident Vegas huckster, Jimmy the Geek, delivers his NFL picks in that nasal whine you know and love. And a change of pace is here to play the instruments we just happen to have left lying around. Isn't that a coincidence? Now, who runs Bartertown? Attack of the Show runs Bartertown!
Pick up on this.
Hey, everybody! Welcome to Attack of the Show, the big Friday show, dude. I am so excited to be here. Nar Williams, Kevin Pereira. We have one heck of a lineup today, man. I'm telling you.
You want some help, Kevin?
There's people in the studio.
People.
And they're not. Come on now. It's Friday.
We got Oregon Trail. We got NFL picks.
Lots
We
of
got
good stuff.
Sarah Lane on the couch. Sarah, what's up?
What's up, guys? It's
Margarita
Friday,
Friday.
and I am ready to rock.
Yeah. What do you got on the show?
We have a band.
You're like, I don't really know. To be
Not
honest.
really much, but I'm ready to rock anyway. No, we've got a great show. We've got some new stuff going on today.
Lots of new stuff. Actually.
Jimmy the Geek's back.
No.
Love that guy.
He's so cute.
He's so fun to gamble with late at night, smoking and drinking.
He's a wily one.
He is nuts.
Yes.
Lots of hair gel.
And good picks. Good picks. Those
Really
will come
good
up
picks.
later.
He knows what he's talking about.
He does. He does. And you're a big football guy too. Did you last
big
night,
football
man?
guy.
Big
I got
kickoff night,
two
huh?
words. Who day? Who day? Who day?
What's I?
Bengals reference, guys.
Kevin
Cincinnati
doesn't
Bengals fan,
understand
right?
sports terms.
Well, pick a team that's
Sorry.
worth knowing. I mean, come on.
Whoa,
Oh,
Kevin.
Sorry, my bad.
All right, let's get right to this.
Let's do it.
I'm really excited about this story.
BlueTights.net. It's the website for anything and everything. It's kind of like a production diary for the new Superman movie that's coming out.
Hey,
Great. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No. Great
Only-
photo gallery. I wanted to point it out. Big picture of Superman. Not bad, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Good
basically,
costume.
BlueTights.net is the closest thing you're going to get to official site on the Superman movie. So
Right.
if you're aching for some news, that's where to go. We got 295 days until Lex Luthor tries to take over the world once again.
That's a tight suit he's wearing.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing, because there's a lot of news coming out about this film.
Well, the big news is in Variety this week. You know, they're talking about how the budget has been hovering around $250 million.
Right.
And Kevin, the thing that's crazy about that is that they're filming this in Australia, which easily shaves off like $30 million right there.
If we did our show in Australia, it only cost us about $1 million, per episode to do it there. So you can imagine.
Right. So the info that we've found is that they've spent like over a month developing this cod piece for Superman.
Yeah, that's the saddest part.
Is it too big? Is it too small? Is it too pointy? Is it too round? Does it look like a banana?
Developing a what?
A cod piece.
Oh, a cod piece.
They're trying to get his package just right for
exactly.
us fanboys.
cod piece.
Yeah.
So,
But they literally
heard
had a team. I have to reiterate this point. They had a team looking at the shape of said cod piece.
Oh, absolutely.
Is it too rotund?
And my thing is, hey, just let it go. There's no way that the suit is going to get any worse than the Batman and Robin Joel Schumacher films. Man.
Yeah.
With the nipples? No.
Yeah, exactly.
Not good.
Exactly. So, all right. So we had to just mention
But
that.
yeah,
we think it's kind of sad, but also the Blue Tights website is actually really good.
Yeah,
so
it's
everybody
great.
should
It
check
has
out.
Brian Singer's diary on it, onset diary. So get in the mind of the genius.
Ooh, sexy.
What's next?
Next up. All week we've been kind of mentioning these tiny little games, little flash games here and there, if you will. One of them we didn't mention yesterday was Nescafe. It's like an online Nintendo emulator. Allows you to play a whole bunch of really cool, Mike Tyson's Punch-Outs on there. You compare high scores. But now today, Scott Michelle, Mr. Plastic Bugs himself, found this sweet little Java applet, and it's essentially a MAME emulator running on the interweb.
And this is way cooler than the Flash games yesterday.
Yeah, totally. This is like classic arcade experience. You don't have to worry about anybody knocking down your door because if anybody's going to get sued, it's probably the website owner. And it's all of the classic arcade games you know and love.
Pac-Man, 1942, Mario Brothers.
Look, I got a little Bubble Bobble going on right here. And
Bubble.
it's 2 players. It's got sound for many of the games. Look at that. Oh, it's too easy. It's too easy.
And I love how these old games were so responsible in kids' diets. They show all the fruit that you have to eat throughout the game.
Although the parfait was worth more than the bananas. I just, so you know. But even good old
Gotta
Galaga
go with some
action.
Galaga.
Yeah, of course. Now, here's the one bad thing about the site is that sometimes you click on it and then it burns your retinas with a bunch of ads.
But you can get a fantastic product below for free.
Exactly. But just click, you'll move on, and there it is doing the arcade ROM load. So it's
right,
classic
for free.
MAME emulation.
What can you choose?
The website's like talking to you, but still trying to sell you on something. It's really good. All the games are there. They're all quick. They load. They've got sound, and you'll love them.
And
It's good times. Sarah
love
loves them.
I have been playing MAME games all night.
What game, Sarah?
Just, you know, the big ones.
Yeah.
The ones about fruit and stuff.
Totally. All right, and
Exactly.
finally, Galaga finally loaded. Hold on.
There it
Why
is.
don't you set up the next website while I go ahead and play
Next
this?
website is actually really cool. It's a bathroom philosophy
Yeah.
website. It's
Yeah, take it. Take it, Space
Kevin,
Alien.
can we move on, young man?
We're talking about bathroom
man.
philosophy.
All right,
Let's get
bathroom
serious.
philosophy, bathroom philosophy. Yes. Photo gallery, toilet
Yeah, this is
paper,
a photo
bathroom
gallery
stalls.
with like all the cool photos of all the cool bathroom art that you can see, you know, while you're on the can.
See, I've tagged many a stalls in my life, but never needed a marker for it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
but you know, the cool thing about this website is you're not seeing stuff like, if you want so and so, give me a call. I mean,
Right.
these have some cool illustrations on here, some
Can you
nice
like submit
philosophical
your own
statements.
if you're in the stall and
I think it's
at a
more
cool
about the
place?
website owner themselves. Are they discovering this art, uploading where they found it, what time?
Yeah, and you can
I've
actually,
seen some
they give
pretty
you
cool
the address
artwork
and
in
everything. You
bathroom
can go
stalls.
visit the stall themselves. So
Right.
if you want to, you know, lay a floater and see some cool stuff.
Oh, nar.
Sorry.
Yeah. Sarah, what have you seen? Do you like the witty passages or do you like the cool graffiti?
Well, see, girls' bathrooms are awful because there's
Really?
like lots of poetry and I'll love Mike forever and ever and hope he leaves me never and that kind of stuff.
Really?
They're really terrible. Except if you go to the really like grungy divey bars, then you know like guys and girls have been in there because there's stuff. Those are the interesting ones.
Thanks for taking that TV
Stuff
friendly.
as in ink and,
Oh, yes,
and tagging
of course.
and,
Oh, okay,
and
that kind of
like,
stuff,
things
of
of that
course. Sure.
nature.
Yeah,
What do
yeah.
you take me for?
I just nothing. I mean, well, you know, you're a connoisseur of the dive bar bathroom, so.
I like a good dive bar bathroom. That's all I'm saying.
No, it's cool. It's cool. All right, this could be it, folks. This might be your last chance to ask NAR anything. Believe it or
Maybe.
not, sad as it may be, open the floodgates. Let your NAR curiosity flow. The number is 800-839-7880.
You can email us through our web form too at attackoftheshow.com/askus and chat with us at chat.g4tv.com.
And if we take your call, we're going to send you a great Jinx t-shirt. You gotta
Nice.
love it.
You love the Jinx
I still
t-shirts.
music on the internet.
That is something to brag about.
It is, clearly. Wear it on a t-shirt. Now, once we make preparations to clean up all that flowing NAR curiosity we talked
flowing.
about. Yeah, stop it. Pinch it off. We're going to geek out with author Paul Feig.
Superman Returns, wardrobe test. Try one. And to the front, please. I don't know if that's gonna I don't want to do advice. No. All right, thank you. Back to wardrobe, please. Superman Returns, wardrobe test, take two. I don't know about that. Hangs a little low. All right, back to wardrobe. Superman Returns, wardrobe test, take three. Oh my. No, back to wardrobe.
We always applaud when geeks use their geekness to reach great heights. Like, say, Bill Gates or Kevin Pereira, or author and creator of the cult TV series Freaks and Geeks, Paul Feig, whose latest book is Super Stud, or How I Became a 24-Year-Old Virgin. Paul, I'm so excited you're here. Thanks for coming,
Thanks,
man.
Nar. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Now, my cod piece, I don't quite know
You don't
if it's
ha-
working, but we'll...
You don't have a team of experts working on it?
Well, their MIT team is at it right now, so a couple million are going.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
Thank you.
Now, there are, let's start out with geek culture. There are a lot of stereotypes associated with geeks.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think makes for a geek?
Well, to me, a geek is always somebody who knows exactly what they like and exactly what they want to be or want to go after, and they do it, and they don't care what everyone else around them thinks. Or maybe they do care, but they're just going to go for it no matter what. And so you have such a specific interest that you're not going like, I have to kowtow to the popular people or popular culture. And so I think the geeks are the most well-adjusted people. And so the only problem is those around you don't agree, and so you spend most of your time going like, I'm happy with who I am, why is everybody being mean to me? And that's where the problems happen.
Right, so it's like my interest is rocket science, so my head is buried in a sci-fi novel or something
Yeah.
like that, and everybody just, thinks you're a geek.
Yeah, and then why do people care? That was the thing that drove me crazy, is why do you care what I'm into? Is it affecting you negatively? But somehow, apparently they thought it did, because, then they come after you and you get called names. And
But I think another quality, though, for us geeks is kind of the hopeless romanticism. I mean, I remember like having fantasies of girls, like in high school, of talking to them when I would totally not even be able to approach them. What do you think it is like about guys like us, where in the love department?
Well, it's a big thing to put yourself out there in that way, because we know what we like, but we also know that we're kind of in this world where we're trying not to be made fun of, because it's not like being a geek doesn't usually mean you're so cool of like, hey, I don't care what everybody else says. There is that thing of like you really want to fly below the radar.
Right.
And so interacting with girls then, or with the opposite sex for geek girls, is you put yourself out there to get really shot down and to possibly have a public humiliation.
Right.
Going up to a girl and asking her. My image was always not just she'd shoot me down and be like, oh my God, hey everyone, look who's asking me out, and then you go about this big and run out.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I mean, some of the stuff you cover in this book. Dude, I have to give you props, man. I mean, you have balls of steel. I mean, you go through every embarrassing moment there is. I mean, where do you get why would you even write about this stuff?
Well, my feeling was when I was growing up, I didn't know any of this stuff. And, you have things that you do, especially as a guy, but ladies too, that in the privacy of your life, that you go like, I don't know, am I weird? Is this normal? Am I above average? Am I below average as far as, the amount of times I'm doing any certain act that might be being done in private? And so I had no idea. And I also felt like, well, you know what? I wanted to show like what happens, how do you go from being just a completely dysfunctional as far as the opposite sex and relations go to getting down the line where you actually can have a girlfriend.
And you really take us on that journey.
Yeah, because I felt like, well, let's be honest. And so in doing that, you go, at first I was just going to write a bunch of funny dating stories, but realized, no, let's go deeper.
It was like, there's an arc to this, and that's what's so cool about it.
Yeah, but then that arc, unfortunately, has really embarrassing parts to it. So.
Yeah, there's one chapter in particular that is kind of squirmy to read.
Yeah, I still implore you not to read it. It's the name of the chapter, and I still say don't read it.
Right. Now, the Freaks and Geeks thing, I got to bring it up. I mean, because I was such a big fan. Cool. I mean, are you just rolling with the changes, as REO would say? Are the characters dead to you? Or do you ever think about what happened to Lindsay when she got in that VW van and went on the Dead tour? Or?
Yeah, I love those characters. To me, I feel about those characters the way I do about all my friends and the people I knew in high school, which is when I graduated, I moved away. I don't know what people are doing now, but I just assume everybody's doing well or people are happy or doing that. So that's how it kind of feels to me. It's like anything. So a lot of fans of the show said, oh, I wish we could have a final episode and know where they finally ended up. But whoever finally ends up, other than if you die, you don't end up in one place. You keep evolving, you keep going. So, I always like the idea of thinking that Lindsay probably ended up in New York at some point being a performance artist.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, exactly. And Daniel probably ended up in jail. But then he got out and made good of himself. So.
Now, do you have any advice for us geeks, for anybody out there watching? I mean, you're a successful man now. You got a wife. You got a great career going. What advice you got for geeks?
Stick to your guns. I say, you know what? It's high school ends if you're in high school, and adolescence ends if you're in that
That's
period.
so true.
Yeah, and it's just like, don't let anybody tell you can or can't do anything. That's the thing that always drove me crazy. Well, if you do this, then that, and if you want to do this, then you can't do that. And it's like, you know what? That's BS, because then you don't do it, somebody else does it, and they prosper, and you go, well, it wasn't even true to myself. So stick to what you want.
Thanks for the advice, and really thanks for coming by, man. I'm so glad I got to talk to you.
Oh, thanks, Nara. Great.
Make sure to check out Paul's book, Super Stud, or How I Became a 20-Year-Old Virgin, and if you still haven't seen Freaks and Geeks, it's on DVD. Seriously, go get it. Now, when I poke my head out to make sure it's safe to come back, we'll have the world's first massively multiplayer version of the Oregon Trail, and the world's only virtual sports handicapper, our own Jimmy the Geek.
For many of us, the classic adventure game Oregon Trail was our introduction to computer gaming. Well, we here at Attack of the Show, we're a little nostalgic. We thought we'd update it slightly and introduce you to a little something we're calling the MMO Oregon Trail, huh? Yeah! Yeah! Woo! Cowboy, yeah, that's right, you're right. Cowboys and a high five. That's, whoa! See, it was a prop, and now he made it something special. That was good, Nar.
Okay.
Now, we thought it'd be a really good idea to go back in time and relive some of that Oregon Trail magic, right? I mean,
Oh, please, let's do it.
Did you play the Oregon Trail?
Oh my
back in computer
gosh,
lab?
it was like the only thing in our computer lab at my elementary school growing up. It's like how I learned to use computers.
Yeah, see, we had like this and number munchers, and really math is for women. So we played Oregon Trail. So we're going to set up a game today, and here's how we're going to make it massively multiplayer. We're going to let everybody go to attackoftheshow.com and vote on each turn of our game. So maybe we'll just end up hunting a lot, or maybe we'll actually make it to the end of the trail. Who knows?
Yeah, this is a really cool.
It's
idea.
exciting.
It's really cool.
Brendan could get cholera. Sarah's probably going to get syphilis. It's just we never know exactly how it's going to go. Are we going to float the raft? Are we going to rush it? Who knows? So again, next time we check in, we're going to implement whatever choices you voted for. And if you noticed, to really be nostalgic, we're running our
We got all
Apple
like,
II right there. Look at that. Ow! That's sexy, right? It's actually property of some school system. I think it's Irvine. So either thank you or sorry. I don't know exactly how we acquired it, but there you have it. And we're cheating a little bit. We're using an emulator so we can save it and then really play with it. But that allows you to download your own copy of the Oregon Trail, see what decisions you might have to make. For example, we got to start off.
Yeah.
People
there are a lot
playing
of
at home.
decisions to be made.
Yes. So let's start off. We're going to travel the trail. What do we want to be? Now, I always say banker. You've got the most money to play with. But do you have a preference, Nar, here? Go for it.
I think we should travel cross country planting our seed.
Oh, so
Take our chances as a farmer.
Okay, I was like, there's no man whore option. But all right, we're going with farmer. Done. Boom. Oh, what is the name of the Well, I'm in control here. Clearly, I'm going to be the leader here.
Okay.
We'll go ahead and throw Sarah in there, so she can get cholera. Brendan
has to be
I think
in
he's
there.
in. Yep, Brendan's in there.
Okay.
All right, so we need 2 more people. Chuck, Bob. Sorry? You're right. Co-host. So let's throw co-host
Thanks.
in there because you
Great.
never know what's going to happen.
Great.
And we'll go with D. Vader. We'll just throw him on the old
Vader?
wagon. Yeah, don't ask.
Always good to have the the dark side around.
You never know, especially
when the Indians are
to
circling.
take up the moonshine. So we're going to go ahead and do some other things. We're going to pick what time we're going to leave. We're going to choose some supplies. Don't worry, we'll get a couple yoke. We'll get some shotguns.
Gotta
and some
have
ammo.
yoke.
Yeah, we'll get some food as well. But really, it's up to you to take it here on out. Tell them, Nar.
What's our next step? That's where you come in. Vote at attackoftheshow.com and tell us what you want the AOTS party to do next. We'll also have the links to emulating your own Oregon Trail so you can play along at home. Now, you say you have some cash burning a hole in your pocket? We can help.
All right, football season is officially here. It's that oh-so-special time when guys with Tom Brady dreams and John Madden waistlines, they drink, they watch games, and they risk heaps of cash on whether or not Terrell Owens feels like playing that day. So who better to kick us off with his picks than our resident handicapper, Jimmy the Geek. He joins us live from the original Sin City. Jimmy, you're looking sharp as always, I must say. It's good to see you, buddy.
Oh, thanks, Kevy, baby. Been way too long, my friend. Way too long.
Yes, I know. Now, it goes without saying that this is a very busy time of year for you, right, Jim?
The busiest, Kevy, the busiest. But as my ex-wife says, at least you love your work, you rotten son of a bitch.
Lovely, lovely lady. Simple and to the point, Jimmy. That's why we love you, my friend. Tell me, what do you got for us this year, Jim?
Super Bowl futures, long odds, lots of opportunity, Kevy. This is where you bet right now on who will win this year's Super Bowl.
All right, now, Jimmy, I know you have a tried and true formula for this sort of thing, so why don't you lay it on us?
All right, baby. My system is a little Xbox and a little XCon. We played Madden through its entirety, and here's what we came up with. According to my research, the Minnesota Vikings will defeat the New England Patriots by a score of 22-21. In what I have to admit was one of the most thrilling simulations I've ever witnessed. Came right down to the wire, baby.
Yeah, you sound excited, Jim. Tell me, how are you making money off this, though?
You are sharp as a marble, Kevy. That's what I love about you, baby.
Thanks.
Right now, you can get the Vikings to win it all at 16-1. That's a very attractive price for us, so we'll throw money on that. But you know me, I like to spread it around, baby. Spread it around. These are my dark horses, baby. These 4 teams are all legitimate playoff contenders, and once you are in, anything can happen. So throw a couple bucks on each of these teams. It's a gift, baby. I'm giving it to you.
Thanks. Jimmy, as always, I'm convinced, of course, but, Super Bowl's a long way away, so is there anything, more immediate for us?
You are bright as a cave, my friend. I got more for you. Okay, we got a big college game this weekend. Notre Dame heading to the big house to take on Michigan. Right now, Michigan is given 7 points, and the over-under is 56. Do yourself a huge favor and tease this baby. Take Michigan and the over and buy yourself something real nice. It's my lock of the week, and it's only available to the G4 audience, and it's guaranteed, baby. It's guaranteed.
All right. You heard it here first. Jimmy, as always, it's a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, Kevin.
That's Jimmy the Geek. Commence your betting, ladies and gentlemen. Now, 3 things that are never a gamble. That will be back after this, that the feed will be here, and that my Free Play Friday will cost you next to nothing.
And Superman Returns, wardrobe test, take 4. I don't. I'm not really. No, we're gonna have to do it again. Sorry, wardrobe. Superman Returns, wardrobe test, take 7. Superman Returns, wardrobe test, take 13. All right. That's good. Thank you. Back to wardrobe. All right.
Welcome back to the old show. Now, have you been sitting there wondering, I wonder if they'll disembowel a bunny rabbit on today's show? Well, wonder no more. The Happy Tree Friends are coming up. Plus, we send the week packing with the help of a change of pace. Now, do yourself a favor. Just use that quarter to call someone who gives a crap, because honestly, it's Free Play Friday time. I mentioned it a while back. Someone picked up on the perks of being an Attack of the Show host. I have completed the Xbox version of today's Free Play, and it is awesome.
That's what I've heard.
It's good times. Today's Free Play, ladies and gentlemen, is the free PC demo of Indigo Prophecy. Now, you got a chance to play the game earlier today.
Really cool.
Yeah, you crammed into the old cube of mine and took a run at it.
Well, that didn't sound quite right, but
no,
yes.
It sounded exactly the way I wanted it to. So, no, we were there. You were playing it, and I was explaining that this game puts you in the role of multiple characters, and really, it's the one game that's really gotten close to the feel of you are playing a movie. You are actually affecting the
very
outcome
cinematic.
of a movie.
That's what I loved about it. Very cinematic.
Exactly. Every single shot is thought out. Every single move you make will affect the story in theory, and you get to play the role, at least in the full version, of not only this murderer here that you're seeing, but as well as the detectives who are trying to bust him. So it's a real conflict of interest.
And the camera angles are really well thought out.
Yeah.
You can even change them if you want to, but I don't see why you would. I mean, it's really well done.
No, yeah, everything cutscene-wise has been thought out for you. And as you see here, this is the murder scene that's taking place. It's, you're in the bathroom making some art for a website, and then you decide all of a sudden you want to slash a guy to pieces. You're not quite sure if you did it or why you did it or how you did it.
It kind of hints that you're being controlled of, like mind control.
Exactly.
Voodoo magic.
Exactly. By someone who has a candle fetish, which, it exists.
It's okay.
So the big thing about the game is that you decide how the story is going to unfold. So after you actually murder the poor guy in the bathroom, it throws you right into the game. Mm-hmm. And you got to figure out, well, what are you going to do?
You got blood on your hands, you're in this bathroom, the guy's dead, and
Right.
there's a cop eating a donut right outside the door.
Exactly. And so, here I chose, I'm going to stash the body. So I hid it inside of the little bathroom there, and it really pulls you in by making you do they're almost treated like mini games. So when you're dragging the body, you're pounding left and right. When you want to wash your hands, you're clicking and using a mouse gesture system to activate that action.
You have to make the certain move to do the action, right?
Exactly. And so now here, I decided to clean up myself and clean up the crime scene. Now, when I played the Xbox version of this, I just ran out of the restaurant, right? I cleaned up as quickly as possible. I knew the cop was out there, so I just bolted. And the lady's, yelling at me for not paying my check. The cop looks suspicious. And this game here, I decided to take it easy and just see if it would be any different.
Play it cool.
Exactly.
You played it cool.
I murdered the dude, and then I finished my eggs. You know what I'm saying? I finished my dinner, I paid my bill, and then I walked out of the restaurant, no problem. And it affects, what people say and how they look at you and what they do. So it really does add up over time. And again, I can't gush enough about the full version. So Indigo Prophecy, it's a must download for any self-respecting PC gamers.
And this is just a free demo download. The full PC version isn't out.
Not out yet, but this will whet your appetite. I promise it. So go ahead on over to attackoftheshow.com for a link to the free demo.
Now, soak your head in the giant vat of smart juice we call the feed.
right, Kotaku.com is reporting that the California Assembly is close to passing a law cracking down on violent video games. This is pretty important. I mean, California, it's where I keep all my stuff. The bill is meant to, quote, end the sale or rental of video games that depict serious injury to human beings in a manner that is especially heinous, atrocious, or cruel to persons under 18 years of age. Now, what qualifies as an act as heinous, atrocious, or cruel, you ask? I don't know, maybe seeing somebody getting an ice cream cone lodged in their forehead, or a child threatened by an axe-wielding psycho. Oh wait, no. That was actually in The Last Action Hero, a fantasy film aimed at kids, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, California's governor. Luckily, Arnold wasn't elected because he starred in movies like The Last Action Hero. We all know he was elected because he starred in movies like The Terminator. Now, Microsoft is throwing down the gauntlet over the Xbox 360, claiming the next-gen console will be unhackable. I guess those brass balls on Gates' desk aren't just for show. The statement, which sounded like a man standing on a street corner shouting, "I hope nobody robs my $1 million mansion while I'm on vacation," to hackers, may be a bit of hubris on Microsoft's part. Still, their chief engineer, Chris Satchell, said on BBC News, quote, "There are going to be levels of security in this box that the hacker community has never seen before." That low rumbling noise you might have heard is the hacker community laughing in unison. Gentlemen, start your soldering irons. Now, we all know smoking is bad, blah, 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 but there is a silver lining to that cloud you're exhaling. Scientists, according to Wired News, have discovered that the 5-minute smoke break you take to gather your thoughts may, in fact, do just that. A compound found in nicotine actually boosts certain transmitters in the brain that help improve memory and concentration. Pharmaceutical companies are busy working on a way to isolate the compound from medical use because in its current form, all it does is keep you alert and aware as you die of lung cancer. On a side note, cigarette smoke has been found to make hamsters impotent. So, if you're going to smoke up after sex, make sure all the participants are cool with it. And finally, scientists, not the same ones who are smoking with hamsters, I hope, have discovered that the human brain is still evolving. This announcement flies in the face of the overwhelming evidence to the contrary, presented daily on the Fox network. And yet they claim our large brains aren't done fine-tuning themselves and may still yet develop higher functions. But don't start trying out your Jedi mind tricks or building your own Cerebro just yet, Professor X. Evolution is a slow process. The last evidence of any change in our brains occurred 5,800 years ago. And rival scientists are already saying that these findings are inconclusive. Still, it's nice to think that maybe somewhere down the line we'll be able to bend steel with our thoughts or fire psychic blasts of energy. Of course, with our luck, we'll also probably have big, enormous, pulsating Mars attacks heads, and bangs don't cover those at all, believe me. That's the feed. It's been real.
Peace, yo.
Who's got a smoke?
I don't. Sorry.
Well, I gotta
Sorry.
go get one.
I kept forgetting why I was impotent, but now I know.
Oh,
I didn't take
that's
enough
what
smoke
it
breaks.
is.
Yes.
Okay.
It's phone call time.
Let's do it.
It's the last chance.
I'm ready.
Are you ready? Because I know we've got some zingers today.
I've been looking forward to it.
Michael joins us on the phone from Upland, California. There, Michael.
Yeah,
How you doing, buddy?
quite good myself, though I'm
Nice.
disappointed in you.
Oh, okay. That's not a first. You want to share your reason why, or just ask Nara a question?
Not enough home rowing.
Ah, all right. Come here. Then. Oh, you're not. Yeah, okay, no.
Okay.
Ask away. Go for it.
Okay, if Nara were stranded on a desert island, which Attack of the Show host would he be stranded with, and why?
Oh, that is a great question,
That's
Michael.
what are you talking
That's an
about?
awesome question.
That's the easiest question ever. Sarah, moving on.
Francis on the phone.
Yeah, hello.
Francis, what's going on, buddy?
Not a lot.
Cool. Got a question for Nara?
Yeah, I got a question.
The tool bag?
Mutant League football or combat basketball?
Oh, that's a great
Ooh,
question.
Mutant League football, man.
Really?
What's better than monsters throwing the pig skin and
Yeah.
clobbering each other on the Sega Genesis?
I got you. See, I think it's a trick question. I think the answer is NBA Jam. Got to be honest. Thank
If-
you.
If we're just sticking to sports games, Madden.
Oh, God, you're one of them. All right, Hannah joins us on the phone from Toronto, Canada. Are you there, Hannah?
Yes, I am.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. You have any weekend plans? It is Friday.
Toronto International Film Festival.
Nice.
Oh,
Good.
cool.
Very cool.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Nara's
Got a question?
Here. He's waiting.
Yeah, okay. I got a question. What's the first comic book character you ever dressed up as?
Ah, yes. The striking Viking does not count, my friend.
The striking Viking doesn't count?
No, no.
That's a little harder question because it's like, which comic book character did I dress up as, like as a kid, or
Right.
did I dress up in a more adult situation?
Let's go with the first one. Let's go with the kid.
Okay, as a kid, Spider-Man. I think Spider-Man was one of my earlier Halloween costumes.
What was the
yeah.
last, cartoon character or comic character that you masqueraded as?
I think that was when my wife asked me to dress up like Thor. But
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, those role-playing sessions get out of hand, don't they?
It went over well, though.
I'm sure it did, with your mighty hammer. Now, when we return, we'll be taking a fond look back at the past 7 days as we introduce something we call This Week in Crap. That's
Ooh,
next.
I can smell it.
Come here. And now we'd like to take a moment for something special. Something we like to call This Week in Crap. Yeah, we're going to kick things off with the Motorola Rocker. Oh, thank you, Apple. Thank you for spending months teasing us and then delivering this. Oh, and it plays MP3s, and if it gets a call, it rings. Wow. Not to mention asking $250 for a 2-year ball and chain of a contract connected to a brick of a cell phone that will only allow you to store 100 songs? Oh, yeah. Apparently life isn't random, it's just severely crippled. Thanks, but no thanks, guys. And it's not like Motorola can't make a cool-looking phone, but perhaps they're just saving the good designs for the ones they think will actually sell. Burn. Oh, but kudos on the iPod Nano distraction technique. It almost worked. Yeah. All right. Oh, and Rupert Murdoch, yeah. Stop smirking. You're next. As you know, the cuddly multi-bajillionaire head of News Corp has been slowly buying the internet. All of it. Or at least he will before he's through. He's already swallowed up MySpace. Now it looks like IGN Entertainment will be taken in as well. They're going to tag it, send it to work in the factories, and you've got to wonder why, right? Why this sudden interest? Well, you want to know what I think? Too bad! I'm going to tell you. I think it's data mining, people, pure and simple. Rupert now knows what movies you like, what songs you listen to, what books you read, where you sleep, with whom you're sleeping, and he knows now how to turn everything you know and love into a cuddly Fox reality series. It's a punishment worse than death, gotta be honest. And finally, Marvel Comics. They announced that they're changing its production arm from Marvel Enterprises to Marvel Entertainment, meaning they are now taking control of their big screen projects. That's great. Good news, you say, right? Sure. Well, with the Spider-Man, the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, the Hulk, the Punisher, Daredevil, Ghost Rider, and just about every other big-name superhero already spoken for, that leaves Marvel Entertainment with, well, Ant-Man and Hawkeye. Or how about I'm sorry, not Aqua. I mean, the Submariner. Yeah, essentially characters no one liked on paper and no one will line up to see in a movie directed by the French music video director of the moment. Oh, and don't snicker, DC Comics. No, because after Superman and Batman, you got nothing either. You know it. Call me. Call me on my rocker when one of the OC chicks gets cast as Wonder Woman, and then we'll talk. That's it. I wipe my hands of this week's, folks. Now while I hose off, you prepare to be a minimum of 3/4 rocked by a change of pace.
attack of the show. It's Girls Week, and women behaving badly. Host Kira Sultanovich will join us in humiliating Kevin behind his back. Plus, TV Tuesday would like to take a chance to thank its agent, its parents, God, Clint Eastwood, and we'll have a special performance by the Yin Yang Twins. Oh, you've heard about this? That's the next attack of the show, strictly for the ladies. And now, welcome to Attack of the Show, a change of pace.
I know something you'll never know. You insulted obvious on me. Let me sit and I hate you for what you did. I will break you. Cry for help now. They can't hear you. Here's an offer you can refuse. Scream a little bit loud, but and face the truth. You made it so real. I know something you don't know. You insulted obvious on me. I know something you'll never know. You insulted obvious on me. Let's raise my name at the top of your lungs. Tell me I know, like I should care. Destroy your past, I'll still have these memories. They'll never take from me. I know something you don't know. You insulted obvious on me. I know something you'll never know. You insulted obvious on me.
For more information on A Change of Pace, visit them on the web at achangeofpacemusic.com and be sure to pick up their new album, an offer you can't refuse. Now, don't run off. We've had a chance to read your emails and chat questions, and we've got some answers for you. The information you learn could affect your entire weekend. Change of pace, everybody! Woo! Thank you for being here.
Supermember turns, wardrobe test 17. 23. 48. 76. 103. 201. 213. 250. 346. Can we see forward, please? Forward. Forward, thank you. Yup. I think we got it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Back to wardrobe.
Once again, please remember that G4 will be among those trying to make a difference for the victims of Hurricane Katrina. So join us for Shelter from the Storm, a concert for the Gulf Coast, benefiting those impacted by the hurricane, featuring U2, Alicia Keys, Neil Young, Cameron Diaz, Chris Rock, and more. It airs live on G4 tonight at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. That's right, immediately following this, so stay tuned. We'll be entertained. All right.
Absolutely.
We have a chat room.
Yeah, we got a chat room.
People talking it.
G4 Headshots, the first question. What was Nar's first real inspiration for trying out for this co-host spot here on AOTS?
Oh, that's pretty easy. When I discovered extended play about 2 years ago, I was like, wow, that's an awesome show, an awesome gig. And when I saw that there were going to be open auditions for the show, I was like, bet I'm there.
That's what I'm doing.
It's great, Nar. Striker 10 wants to know.
No, I'm really glad that you guys are so interested.
Yeah, no, enthralled, Nar. I mean, come on.
We're such jerks.
We really are.
Striker 10 wants to know, what will Nar miss most about Attack of the Show?
Hosting it. Sorry, what? Oh, no, what?
It's true.
No, what are you? No, I mean, come on. What are you gonna miss?
No, I'm gonna miss being around you guys, being around a group.
Might not be your last day. Don't talk like that. What else are you gonna miss? There must be something behind the scenes.
But for the next 3 weeks, I'm gonna miss really being around such a creative bunch of really talented people. The writers, the producers, the crew is awesome.
Nar.
No, I'm for real. You guys have been great, and I really appreciate the. I feel privileged to be here. Thanks.
You did a good job
So much. Thank you.
We love you, Nar.
That is it, folks. The show is over.
Show's over. Thanks to our guest, Paul Feig, and of course, this week's guest host and potential new host, Nar Williams. Give it up for Nar. Now take us out. A change of pace.
Last drop from the bottle fell out. Reluctant not to crash. Under fading light, top of the stage, sad and broken. And all these tears and pain, silent but screaming out every name that we've ever loved. And I remember every second, every moment. This can last forever. The last drop from the bottle fell out.